I have been invited to a nudist party. It is a totally non-sexual thing. The clothes don't come off until after we eat, and I don't know what I should wear. Mm-hmm. Should I go over the top or tone it down?
Good question.
That's from Mooning in the Midwest. Okay. I will grant, and it is it takes everything in me to grant your premise that this nudist party is a totally non-sexual thing. It probably is for most.
Right.
But I'll grant your premise.
They can't
just so we can move on.
They can't take a drop of blood from everybody as they enter and stick a hot wire into it to see who is the thing. And by the thing, I mean the secret horny. Because there's probably one, and there's no way of knowing.
I think what we can assume from the non-sexual thing is that this is not an eyes wide shut sex party. People will simply casually be nude.
There's no stigma here. People want to have a nude party that's not, that's non-sexual. It's all about being free, being loose. I'm into that. For me, I think my hang up is that the clothes don't come off until after we eat. So let's talk about...
That's the last time I want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Because I was just...
It could be a hot dripping meat situation, so maybe they don't want to get singes or stains.
A lot of utensils around. I find that intimidating.
Yeah, man. But I don't.
Although I do like the thing that if a little sauce should manage to dribble its way off of my chin and onto my shirt, I can just be like, "Oh, what the fuck do I get?
Yeah, right.
This thing's coming off.
I might as well throw this in the trash. What do I get?
Might as well throw this in the trash.
I think it's less about the proximity to eating time and more that there is a prescribed naked changeover. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
There's this party evolves. They jump it up at 7:35 as soon as they're done.
I feel like in this scenario, I would be the guy to lose his nerve and just be like, I could actually go for another dessert. If I could just get...
Hey, should we order
what I would
pizza
love to
too?
do? Let's get some za in here. I'm fucking ravenous still.
You see Randy over there. He's snarfing it the fuck down. And it's like, that's the secret horny. That's the horny right there.
So here's the thing. I get nervous doing something I've never done, and not because I haven't done it before, but because I don't know the processes.
Right.
And I can't even imagine the levels that would spike for me and something like this. Because, for example, I was just sitting here thinking, when the time comes, do you all get naked in the same room?
Yes,
or
exactly.
Yes,
do you go separate places and come back nude?
See, that's what...
if you go to separate places and come back nude, are you legally prohibited from saying ta-da when you walk into the room?
Right?
Is this a concern?
Do you want to be the first person there or the last one? Do you want to find the best seats, right? Or do you want to come in last and make a show of it?
Right.
Here's the one thing I can say concretely. Mm-hmm. If you're going to have a successful non-sexual nudist party, when everyone walks in, they must be handed a card. And the card has a place for a signature at the bottom. And it says, and you write your name in, do solemnly swear that when it gets to the part where we all have to bend over and put our clothes back on, I will not look at anybody's assholes. Because I think that would be even if it was the chillest time, everybody's loving it, enjoying it. There does have to be a point where everybody picks their clothes up off of the ground and you will have to bend over.
Right.
And that would be the moment where I'd be like, well, here's my asshole. I really hope I'm glad we all signed cards that said no one could look at it.
I think
because I'd be very self-conscious.
The language, Justin, it's got to be, I will try my darndest not to look at anyone's asshole, because I think...
Absolutely not.
I think that there's going to be just a second of, oh, no, I looked. I'm so sorry. I broke the code.
And there's going to be a lot of people who, as soon as you make them sign a promise that they won't look at anybody's assholes, they may not have even been planning on scoping no holes, but as soon as they say they can't, yes.
So let's get back to the actual question, though, because this is a good question. Do you come in a loose fitting, almost like a painter's, bodysuit that's one zipper and you're out? Yeah. Or is this I need many pieces and I'm going to slowly throughout the course of the meal remove my gloves and then my jacket and then the vest and then the ascot?
It's not a burlesque show.
Yeah.
I certainly don't think that's appropriate.
But do you want to seem overeager? I'm worried that the one zipper body is zip, zip, and it's whoa, look who's already naked.
I feel like the norm at parties like this is that there is like a zone of nudity or a zone of doing it, if that's the thing, right? But the idea of it just being a general nude house party, those have to happen too. And you can't drive up to the house and be nude. You can't get out of your car nude on the sidewalks that the taxpayers pay for, I don't think.
My guts tells me that what you want is to cloak whatever it is you're working with. Like I feel like you have to have the element of surprise somewhat. So, good, bad, and different. Everybody's beautiful. I think you do have to have a little bit of like surprise. This is what I was working with the entire time. Did you even guess? Because I bet you didn't.
So are you suggesting like one of those bikini t-shirts that has a body painted on the front of it? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, I guess I'm suggesting that, or something loose fitting. Might be a less sort of wild assumption to take from what I just said.
Might I recommend, maybe along those lines, cloaking what you're working with, a late 90s starter jacket with maybe a football team on it. Very puffy, very oversized. And you look at it and you're like, oh, I had no idea Doug loved the Steelers so much. Oh, what's that? Doug's got a six-pack.
Or...
Okay, what about this? Or he takes it off. Underneath, he's got a San Diego Chargers tattoo. What? Excuse me?
That must be embarrassing because they're not even in San Diego anymore.
Yeah, he got it so long ago.
You could also dress it really tight and then have it sort of unspool as you unzip. I don't know if that's physically possible, and it would be mighty uncomfortable, but it's all about the reveal, the prestige.
What about a bunch of balloons?
I don't know, Trav.
You wear a bunch of balloons
inside your shirt.
Okay.
So they don't know that, hey, his body looks like the grapes from the Fruit of the Loom commercial. No. You take it off, balloons fly up to the ceiling, and there's your nude body. Cool.
It's good.
Man, I bet this must be a thing of like after when everyone puts their clothes on and then you just have a long talk about who had the best prestige.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that probably answers your question. We would love to talk more about this subject that we're eminently qualified to address, but for the moment, we must adjourn to the money zone.